In 1885, there was open land in the middle of nowhere at the bottom of Africa with not too much going on other than some farming. In 1886, a guy called George Harrison,
Not the guy from the Beatles.
found gold on a farm called Langlaagte, and all hell's been breaking loose ever since. Gold seekers rushed in, started pitching their tents and prospecting, and soon it would become the world's biggest campsite. As more and more gold was found, the camps got spruced up, the systems jacked up, and the people stacked up. Johannesburg would expand quickly, and the foot remains flat down on the pedal, with mine dumps appearing over the city over the years as evidence of the progress. The tented camp soon developed into a tin roof shanty settlement because it seemed like the logical step, I guess, which in turn became an Edwardian-style town and eventually the current sprawling African city that is today's Johannesburg. Although there are still lots of tents and shanty towns in the mix. Like any true mining town, hundreds of thousands of fortunes have been made and lost. Many backs have been stabbed, and heaven and hell have been found millions of times over. The name's Johannesburg, Joburg for short, JHB when abbreviated. Sometimes it's even called Josie, though that can feel a bit like calling Attila the Hun Tilly. There are 3 million people in Joburg and 10 million in the greater metropolitan area. Although cities like Cairo and Lagos might feel grumpy to hear it, it's undoubtedly the economic powerhouse of Africa. This comes with a price to pay, though. There's so much turmoil above South Africa on the map, and within it too, that it feels like there's a constant, immovable weight on the country's shoulders. You know that image of Atlas holding the world above his head? Now imagine that same thing with woodpeckers and piranhas picking and snapping at his sides and ankles. That's South Africa. And right at the heart is Joburg, Egoli, the city of gold, the engine room. For everything that it faces, it's definitely a strong heart and a strong body. It goes through so many traumas and comes out on the other side that the bad things simply become battles and skirmishes in a war that, whatever the cost, the city must win. It's a young place, and if gold had never been found, it wouldn't even be here. There's trauma, riches, despair, and magic, both black and white, the magic I mean, all around, all the time. And at every intersection between mansions and country clubs, there'll be people with less than nothing pleading for help. With all the hectic and all the good, the city's become slightly unhinged. Red is green, left is right, cops are busy, and deadlines very, very tight. It can be so confusing. Everything will be going great. Then your buddy gets shot dead by some drunk guys who stole a gun and nobody gets arrested. Somebody comes into your house one night and shoots your dog. And when you report it to the police, they tell you there's nothing they can do about it and you must go tell the SPCA. You'll be in traffic one day and a guy will get out of his car and shoot another guy in the neck for cutting him off. Then everything's fine for a while. Then babies get raped because people think it's a cure for AIDS. And other people get killed by mobs just because they're foreigners. And drunk drivers kill sober drivers. And bribes are made and crimes well paid and nothing gets better. Then it does for a while. Then it doesn't anymore. Then somebody calls you with a great opportunity and you're up all night working on the proposal and you think to yourself, hey, this is why I'm here. Then the power goes out. Then it comes back on and it's much more expensive. And somebody gets their throat slit in front of their kids for a cell phone. And you look at the trees in the sunset and you think, wow, that is so nice. Then somebody smashes your window and you didn't see him coming because you were looking at the trees in the sunset. Then another friend gets hijacked. Then your mom. Then everyone's making money. Then they're not. And you go a little crazy and a little more. Then you lose the plot. Then you're angry. Then you're positive. Then you're terrified. Then you're anxious. And you just want to survive. Then you want to get out and you can't. Then you can and you don't want to anymore. And if you think about everything too much, you start losing your mind because you just want to help. Then you're all over the place. And dogs are barking and miners get trapped and nobody from the bank calls you back. And somebody wants something from you everywhere you go and you just can't give to everyone because you can't. And you want to and you don't want to and you feel good and you feel bad and you feel lucky and you feel sad. What?
Just relax.
You're right. Yeah, you're totally right.
Survivors. We're a proud people, a proud nation that has come through so much.
Reacting predictably to the enemy will get you in trouble. Stay out of trouble. When you're here, be watchful, pick your battles, and don't, whatever you do, throw things at the guy with a gun-shaped pocket. One thing you can say for sure about Joburg is they like to make things happen. It's like a continental watering hole for hustlers, entrepreneurs, and general industrious types at every level. Just like miners, everyone's prospecting, searching for their share of the gold. Johannesburg intersections are like the United Nations of street vendors. They hawk a range of everyday products, fruits, vegetables, flowers, not so everyday products, and African crafts. It's impossible to go through 10 minutes on the move without someone trying to sell you something. Between homeless talk newspaper sellers, fruit sellers, watch sellers, joke sellers, glove sellers, car guards, ball suppliers, window washers, and all the rest, Joburgers frequently ask themselves, how much money do I actually spend on these things?
Have fun in it, but also know that you do need to have a set of eyes in your back.
As soon as I stopped
looking around me. That's when danger comes. Danger just thrives on those who don't look.
If you have to walk, then walk. Just keep it moving.
If you're walking, stay away from the streets at night. That's just my advice.
It's generally best to keep as low profile as possible. Don't wear lots of jewelry or your full house Louis Vuitton tracksuit, and keep valuables out of sight.
Be careful. Don't relax with your cell phones, don't flash your jewelry, and think twice before you make any deals with anybody concerning big money.
To you is, I'm going to withdraw this truth from the house now, okay?
You've withdrawn.
I withdraw.
Withdraw. He said, I withdraw this truth. It's not a truth. Can he proceed?
Thank you very much, Chairperson. You see, some of us don't know English properly.
Can
and then
Honorable
we
Matisha,
can only come and say,
Honorable
hong,
Matisha,
hong, 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 like that.
Honorable
member.
Matisha,
Yes. Hong, hong, hong.
Honorable Matisha,
Hong, hong,
Honorable
hong.
Matisha.
That's the only thing that she knows.
Honorable Matisha.
Yes. Thank you.
Honorable
For leaving her to
Matisha,
do
you
that.
have actually exhausted your time. Thank you very much.
Honorable Chairperson.
Hong, hong, hong. To hell with you.
No.
The Chief Whip, I withdraw that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I withdraw.
Honorable Matisha, can you withdraw what you have just done?
Yes, I withdraw, of course. I withdraw.
Don't do that to me, I beg. I will pay your money. I swear. I will get, please, Ejo, please, I will pay your money.
Jesus.
traffic point in case of traffic. Everybody are happy corner. There is somebody standing there and I put my smile on the face. Even they don't want to smile, but please I make sure they.
There's no crime here. I do a very good job.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're not doing a good job. In general, is it dangerous?
Yeah, everybody knows crime is dangerous. You know, one time here, I had to chase away 7 guys with 7 guns who wanted to take 7 cars.
7 criminals?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
No, I told them straight. I said, get away when, otherwise I phone the police with my phone.
That's very brave.
Yeah.
You weren't afraid that they would shoot you?
No, I was not afraid. Besides, I was standing inside, behind the locked door when I told them.
Okay.
When they heard the siren, they get into their car and they run off.
So the police responded quickly then?
I know that there's a policeman who lives down the road. He was having a party and he put the siren on. Whenever he's having a party, we all know because he put the siren on.
I see.
Yeah. Who? Me? Not Lucky, ma. I was doing my job. My job I was doing.
Yes, but if the policeman hadn't put on his siren, they could have broken down the door and shot you.
Yeah, if the policeman had not put on the siren, I was gonna make that siren sound myself. Yeah, I have a lot of tricks down my sleeve.
You do?
I confuse the criminals all the time.
You do?
Yeah. This one is called making a call. If I see a suspicious guy walking, I just phone the police. Hello? Yeah, Sergeant Lamini. Yeah, police officer. Yeah. Listen, hey, who's it? No, we will talk about this one later. I'm seeing a guy looking very suspicious. He's trying to do something bad to the cars. I see him. Yeah. One, by doing this, the guy can see that I know the police. Né? So if he tries to do something, I just call. 2, he can see that I have buyer airtime. Too much airtime. I can talk on my phone with yellow VN.
Okay, great.
Yeah, my name is Patrick Mungulu Ngasai.